folks, this is my midsummer update for 2023. It's the end of July and I'm starting in the front drive for a change so I can show you the Mexican blue that I've had for 30 years. Here we've got my 32-year-old Brahea Armata Mexican blue. Just come in and show you the trunk. This was transplanted from my old house to this house about 7 years ago. This summer it's produced 2 new leaves in the center. And next to it, to keep it company, I planted a Washingtonia Robusta about 3 years ago. It's done quite well and it's produced 2 leaves this summer. The rest of the video will be in the back garden where I've got about 13 other palms and tropicals. Okay, see you in the back garden. Okay, we're in the back garden now. And I'm going to start with the Cycads, because 2 of them are producing new shoots and new leaves. This is the Cycad that's in the ground, and it's produced nothing. I bought this fake parrot recently because I thought the green matched quite nicely with the leaves of the plant. I don't know if you think that's naff or not, to have fake birds in your garden. So there it is. Hasn't produced anything for 3 years. However, the 2 in pots at the end of the patio, they've both been producing new shoots. Now the first one here doesn't get so much sun, so it's quite slow on producing its new cluster of leaves. There they are, kind of fluffy looking when they're young, and then they come out and they lose their fluff and become smooth and stiff. So that's the one in the shady spot. This one gets more sun, although the angle of the sun hasn't caught it yet. It will do later. And this one is much more advanced. You can see the leaves are nearly fully out, and the tips are very curly until they straighten out and become stiff and adult. So that's the second one. This is the Camerops Vulcano from Sicily, and that didn't suffer any winter damage. It looks very healthy. It's got the smallest leaves on a palm I've ever seen. Really miniature. You can see the leaves on the average Vulcano are much broader. This one here, for example, planted in the ground. So there's the average leaf, and there's the leaf on this tiny little fella. In my spring video I made a mistake about the Mexican blue, the Brahea Armata, because I said it didn't have any winter damage, and it has some winter damage, but I hadn't seen it then. You can see it now. Stunted leaf there, and a whole leaf that's just fallen off. And it's coming back all right with 1 leaf opening and 1 spear. But that usually has 2 or 3 leaves by now. So it's much slower this year. It's been slowed down by that harsh winter. The olive tree had 12 olives on it last year. Now it has 0. The green Busia capitata has produced 1 leaf. This one here. and it's got a nice looking shoot in the centre. So that didn't have any winter damage. The Moroccan blue, Camerops cerifera, didn't get any winter damage either. And that's doing really nicely. It's produced about 4 leaves. The Chilean wine palm, Jubea chilensis, also in my spring video I thought that didn't have any damage, but it did. It's revealed it because it revealed itself later as the leaves started pushing out. I began to see the damage. And there's quite a few brown bits there, brown and burnt. And there's a damaged leaf up there. But it's recovered. And it's produced about 3 or 4 leaves already. The Washington looks dead because it's not produced a single shoot in the centre. So maybe at the end of the season I'll have to declare it dead and possibly put a fern up in the top there to give it some leaves. But we'll see how that does. I'm not hopeful. This is the single trunk Camerops humilis. No damage on those, they're very tough. Just the same as this is a Camerops cerifera that's not as blue as the little one in the pot. This is a bluish green, but it's really tough and healthy. Done really well. I've kept it to just 2 shoots coming out at the bottom because I don't want it turning into a bush. You have to trim it constantly because it produces shoots at the bottom there. Tries to become a bush. I want it to look like a tree. This Busi capitata, the bluish green variety, also I thought in spring had come through the winter without any damage, but I was wrong, because as the leaves started pushing out I found damage. One leaf completely came off and then 2 others were damaged, but it's looking good now. And the passion flower on the fence all came back. That had all died away. Bananas were nothing but stumps, and then they've come up now, lush green, like a jungle. Look at those. I only bought that as a single trunk about 3 years ago, and look at it, look how it's grown, and it's produced all these shoots. And that was from just a 50-litre pot. The Camerops, oh no, sorry, not Camerops, Trachycarpus fortunei, that's done really well. It's very hardy. And that's produced a nice clutch of leaves, probably about 4 or 5 already, and we're in the end of July. Okay, so that's about it. Just give you a panoramic view of everything. Well, might as well go and see if there's any fish in the pond and how the lily is doing. Any life there? Yes, a koi. 2 koi. 1 yellow, 1 orange. Okay. Well, that's about it, folks, for my midsummer update. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye.